I just had to let you know you're.
So good day everyone. My name is Colin Katie Partosa. So today I will discuss about the classification, description, and measurement of lumber. So now, let us have the introduction of lumber. So, lumber is a widely used material in construction, carpentry, and manufacturing. So, lumber is very important because it is used in many types of work like buildings, houses, in making furnitures, and producing different wood products. So, it is one of the most common materials used by the workers and builders. So, next, it is produced by cutting logs into boards and planks. So, lumbers comes from trees. So, after a tree is being cut, it is processed into logs and these logs are then cut into smaller pieces, which is called the board and planks. So, that can be used for different purposes. So next, lumber must be classified, graded, and measured properly. Yes, because not all lumber is the same. So it needs to be organized based on its type, quality, and size. So in this way, it helps ensure that the right kind of wood is used for the right job. So next, proper understanding helps builders and carpenters choose the right wood. So yes, so when a builders and carpenters understand lumber very well, they can select the best type of wood for their project. So in this way, it makes their work stronger, safer, and more efficient. Now, let us move on to the classification of lumber based on the type of wood. So, the first type is softwood, or also known as a coniferous wood or coniferous trees. So, softwood comes from trees that produce cones and usually have a needle-like leaves, such as pine, fir, and spruce. So, these trees grow faster compared to other types of trees, which makes softwood more available and commonly used in construction. So, because of its availability and ease of use, softwood is often used for buildings, frames, walls, and other structural parts. So, for example, softwood include pine, which is commonly used for furniture and construction, and fir, which is used for structural work, and spruce also which is often used for light construction and wood products. So the next one is the hardwood. So hardwood comes from deciduous trees. So these are trees that shed their leaves during a certain seasons. So compared to softwood, hardwood is generally denser and stronger. So because of this, it is more durable and is often used for projects that require strength and good appearance. So the hardwood is commonly used in making a high quality furniture, flooring, and decorative items. So, some examples of hardwood include the oak, which is known for its strength, and maple, which is known for its smoothness and durability. And next is the mahogany, which is known for its popular for its rich color and high quality. Now, let us classify lumber based on its usage. So the first type is yard lumber. So yard lumber, it refers to a wood that is commonly used for general building and construction. So it is usually available in lumber yards, and it is widely used for different carpentry works. So this type of lumber is commonly used for framing, supports, and other basics construction needs. Next, structural lumber is especially graded to carry heavy loads. So this means it is strong enough to support weight in a building. So it is used in important parts of a structure that needs strength and stability. So for example, it is used in floor joists, which support the floor, and roof rafter, which support the roof. So because of it, strength, structural lumber is very important in making buildings safe and stable. Structural lumber is graded based on its strength, stiffness, and durability. So this helps determine how much weight it can carry. So there are different grades of structural lumber. So first is the select structural, which it has the highest strength and quality. And then the next is the number 1 grade. It is also strong and has only a few defects. And then the number 2 grade. So it is the most commonly used in construction because it is strong and more affordable. And lastly, the number 3 grade. It has a lower strength and it is used for lighter loads. So these grades helps builders choose the right type of lumber and for safe and effective construction. Next, factory and shop lumber. So this type of lumber is used in manufacturing industries to create finished products. So it is commonly used to make furniture, doors, cabinets, and wooden tools. So unlike structural lumber, this type is chosen based on its appearance and how easy it is to work with. Now, let us classify lumber based on its manufacturing stage. So, the first type is raw lumber. So, raw lumber is wood that has already been cut and shaped into size, but it has not yet been smoothened or planed. So, because of this, its surface is still rough and may have visible saw marks. So, this type of lumber is usually used when further processing or shaping will still be done. Next is surface or dress lumber. So, this type of lumber has been planed or planed or smoothened on one or more sides. So, making its surface smooth and even. So, because of this, it is already has uniform size and is ready to use for construction or finishing work. So, surface lumber is labeled based on how many sides are smoothened. So, the S to S means surface on 2 sides. And then the S3S means surface on 3 sides. And the S4S means surface on 4 sides. So, the more sides that are smoothened, the more ready the lumber is to use. Now, let's talk about the description and grading of lumber. So, this refers to the process of checking the quality and strength of the wood, as well as identifying any natural defects. So, grading is important because it helps determine where the lumber should be used. For example, a higher grade lumber is used for strong and visible parts, while lower grade lumber is used for less critical areas. Common defects found in lumber. So first are knots. So these are circular marks where branches once grew or grow from the tree. So next are the splits. So which are cracks that run along the grain of the wood. And another defect is the wane. So it is the missing wood along the edges of corners or the corners rather. So lastly is the warping. It refers to the bending or twisting of the wood. So these defects can affect the strength and quality of lumber. So they are important to identify. Softwood lumber is classified into different grades depending on its quality and appearance. First, we have select grades. So select grades are high quality lumber with few defects. They are mainly used in projects where appearance is important, such as finishing work, furniture, and decorative wood structures. So, because of their clean look and minimal imperfections, select grades are ideal or visible surface. For visible surface rather. So, next, we have the common grades. So, common grades, it contains more visible defects like knots or irregularities. Despite these imperfections, they are still strong and suitable for general construction and structural work. So, common grades are ideal when strength is more important than appearance. So, in choosing the right lumber grade, it ensures that your project will be both strong and visual appropriate. And then select grade are best for decorative or finishing work. And while the common grades are used for structural purposes. Hardwood lumber is classified into different grades based on quality and use. So, we have the FAS, means first and second. It has the highest quality with large clear surfaces and that ideal for fine furniture. And then next, select grade. So, it has high quality board suitable for making furniture. And then next is the number 1 grade. Good for cabinets and interior woodwork. And then next is the number 2 grade, used for smaller furniture, parts, and flooring. So, in choosing the right hardwood grade, depends on the project. Higher grades is for the fine furniture, and lower grades for general interior or structural woodwork. Structural lumber is graded based on its strength and ability to carry load safely. So first, we have the select structural. It has the highest load-bearing capacity used for heavy-duty construction. Next is the number 1 grade. It has strong lumber with limited defects. And then next is the number 2 grade, which is most commonly used in building construction. And then next is the number 3 grade, used for light structural purposes. So, the right structural grade, it ensures safety and strength in construction projects. Measurement of lumber. So, lumber must be measured accurately to know how much is needed for a project. So, the most common unit of measurement is the board foot, or BF for short. So, it helps to calculate the volume and the cost of a lumber. So, accurate measurement ensures you the right amount of lumber for construction or manufacturing to avoid waste and extra costs. So now, let's proceed to board foot measurement. So, what is board foot? So, a board foot, or BF in short, it is a unit used to measure the volume of a lumber. So, it tells us how much wood is in a board. So, for example, a board with 1 inch thick, 6 inches wide, and 10 feet long. So, it has 5 board feet, or it's equivalent into 5 board feet when you calculate it. So, next example is the a board with 3 inches thick and 10 feet long, and of a certain width is 15 board feet. So, board feet or board foot measurement, it helps us determine the exact volume of a lumber that needed for construction or manufacturing projects. Now, we have here the two formula of board foot. So, a board foot measures the volume of lumber. So, there are two common formulas. So, the first one is using length in feet. So, in board feet, thickness in inches times width in inches times length in feet divided by 12. And then the number 2 formula is using in inches, thickness in inches times width in inches times length in inches divided by 144. So this formula help to calculate the exact amount of wood in a board feet for accurate lumber measurement. Now we have here the board foot calculation for thickness times width times length divided by 12 board foot. So example, if a board is 2 inches thick, 8 inches wide, and 10 feet long, so the solution should be 2 times 8 times 10 equals to 160 divided by 12 board feet or board foot rather. The total board foot is 13.33 board feet, and that's the board feet of a board. Next example for board foot calculation. So this example is under to thickness times width times length divided by 144, which is the length in inches. So example, if a board is 2 inches thick, 8 inches wide, and 120 inches long, so it should be solved in 2 times 8 times 120. So equals to 1,920 divided by 144 board feet. The total board feet is 13.33 board feet. So that's the total board feet or the board measurement for this example. So now, let's proceed to the nominal and actual size of a lumber. So first is the nominal size. So this is the labeled or advertised size of lumber when you order it from a lumber yard or a lumber shop. So it is not the real measurement of the lumber. So for example, a 2x4 board is a nominal size. So next is the actual size. So this is the real measurement of the lumber after drying, planing, and smoothing the wood. So wood shrinks and loses material during this process. So the actual size is smaller than the nominal size. So example for the actual size is a 2 2 by 4 board usually measures in 1.5 by 3.5 inches in reality. So, the nominal size is for ordering, and while the actual size tells you the true dimensions of wood that you will use.
I just had to let you know you're